Hey everyone, it is Mona here, Craft Clutch, and if you remember the wine coaster mold I made, we're going to work with that today. I'm using my Easy Cast resin, and I am also using glitter, and I'm going to use, I think this was from Hobby Lobby, and it's got the colors of the rainbow, so that is what we're going to try to do, and I'm going to try to use actually all of the glitter. I don't know how much resin this is going to take, so as usual, I'm kind of just winging it, and I am going to start with the pink. I'm going to pour the whole thing in here, and I did 3 capfuls of the resin and 3 of the hardener. So I want to make sure this all gets nice and mixed. Alright, I've mixed it in. It's very pretty, and I'm letting some of the bubbles rise to the top because I'm not going to really be able to get in there with my lighter as I normally would to pop any bubbles. So I'm going to give it just a little extra time in the cup. Alright, I'm going to pull an edge back, and I'm going to just pour it in there. Let it make its way around on its own. I'm going to pour the whole thing in there. Probably I won't get through all the colors of the rainbow. Now I'm going to let this sit for, oh gosh, at least a couple of hours till it sets enough for me to put the next color on. I've got my resin made again, and now I'm going to go with the orange, but this time I only went with 2 capfuls of resin. I'm going to throw the whole thing in there again. So I'm going to get it all good and mixed up. Alright, now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to peel this back a little bit and start pouring it in. And I'll let it make its way around. This is quite a bit thicker, and I'll clean this stuff up before it sets. Alright, I'm going to take my stir stick. I'm going to help this stuff around. Now, if I get this completely clean or not, I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. Alright, now I'm going to clean this up somewhat. Now, I don't know if that's the right decision because it might be kind of cool just the way it is. But I'm going to try to give it a little cleanup, and any excess that I have, I'm just throwing into this mold that already has some other stuff in there. We'll let this sit for a couple of hours. Now I'm going to mix in the yellow. I'll just pour it in. Alright, now I'm going to try to get as much onto the top layer underneath there as I can. Let it all settle. Looks like it all got to the edges. Now I'm going to let that sit. I still will have, I think, one more layer, because I don't think this is as deep as, yeah. I think I'm going to have one more layer after this, which will be the green. Alright, this is going to be the last layer, and I have the green glitter mixed in, and I had 2 capfuls of the resin, 2 capfuls of the hardener. So that's how much I have in here, and I'm going to pour it in. Alright, I'm going to help it kind of make its way around. I'm going to try to keep it somewhat even if I can. If I can't, I can't, but I'm definitely going to give it a try. But I want to get it to all of the edges. Now I'm going to take my level and put it on there and make sure it's level. Okay, so I'm going to let it sit, and I can see already that I'm going to have a little bit of a ridge going on here where it's attaching itself to that. I will sand that all down at the end, and that's going to be the bottom, so I'm not too worried about that. I'm going to run my lighter over. Then I'm going to let this sit for a minimum of 12 hours before I unmold it. Are you ready for the wine coaster? Now, what I'm thinking here is, I don't know if I had it level the entire time, so some of the layers might be a little crooked. I'm going to peel this back carefully. And the bottom, I know I'm going to have to do a little bit of work on. Ooh, that wasn't too bad at all. Here it is. You got your striped wine coaster. I need to just sand this down a little bit, smooth it out, and I'll put some little pads underneath there. But look at the stripes. We got the stripes. The green didn't really show up. It's just on the bottom. It's got a little bit just there, but by the time I sand it down, you probably won't be able to see much of that anyway. But here it is. It's got a very sherbety feel to it. Take your wine bottle, you put it in there. Now the condensation's not going to fall on your table or your buffet or wherever you have it. And you can obviously do this in different colors, put different kind of additives in there to come up with all kinds of fun stuff. And if you'll notice, because I used this as the original, it was shiny. That meant the mold was shiny, and now I don't have to do anything on the outside of this. I need to sand on the bottom because it's uneven, but that's it. And really, probably, had I filled it up a little bit more, it would be minimal sanding. So this will be just a little bit more sanding than probably I would normally have to do. Thanks for liking this video. Remember to subscribe, and we will definitely see you next time. I'd love to hear your comments down in the comments below. Happy crafting, and remember you can find me on YouTube, Roku, Facebook, Tumblr. I've got all the links down in the description, so definitely find me there. Thanks, guys.